Rolling and the sound is speeding. Hi, welcome to another episode of This Week with Drew for Thursday, February 11th on the 12th. And on today's episode, we got my shoulder rehab is coming along. And do I got the volume up for this? Oh my god. Oh, I turned it up. You know I turned it up. Cause I got the stuff that make my fucking freestyle fluff. And you know the camera ain't zooming on my stuff. Yay. Hi. Welcome to another episode of This Week of Drew. This is for Thursday, February 11th, 2021. Did I say 2020 in the beginning? Why is my face not focusing on the thing? Okay, there it is. Did I put it on face focus mode? Okay, yeah, I did. Hi, welcome to the show. This is This Week of Drew for whatever the fuck day. And today, we're going to be talking about, do you think it's been a pandemic so far? Do you think the Mohawk stretched-eared people are doing their mohawks and their stretched ears when, like, if they don't have to go outside? Because I feel like when you know those people that I'm talking about, that it seems like they take 9 hours to get ready in the morning, and they got to like do their hair up like so big, and then like put all the metal that jingles off of them into their face, and then like saddle up with all the leather and metal that jingles off of them, and their big boots, and like just all the fucking ornatia that like is a requirement of like living that lifestyle. Do you think those people are still, oh, that's way too low. Okay, we turn that up. Do you think those people still do that if they don't have to go outside? Like, you know, like, are they just wearing sweatpants and t-shirts like everybody else? And then like, and then if someone knocks on the door, they're like, fuck. And then they gotta go fucking dangle all the things off of them, and then go fucking put on it's like, I used to have this joke back in the before times when gatherings were permissible and the infection rate wasn't so high. I used to have this joke that I tried to do that I fucking never. What the fuck was I just talking about? Oh my god, what the fuck was the joke? Oh my god, I am such a fucking stoner, and all I could think about once I started doing that character was like a medieval guy. Okay, I might actually fucking like. Should I pause this and go back? What the fuck? Oh yeah, goths. Okay. I always had this joke about, I wanted to do this joke and I tried, but about just like, I like seeing goth kids like do normal stuff, because their like whole thing is just like, I'm not part of like regular society, bro. Like, look at me. Like, I don't conform. Like, this is who I am. And like whatever. And I'm talking about like the attention seeking. Like, I'm down for everybody like expressing themselves like however they want to express themselves through like clothing or makeup and whatever metal coming off of you. But part of me is like, bro, you're doing this for attention, man. Like, you're doing this because number one, you saw somebody else look like this, and when you didn't, you used to not look like this. At one point you fucking looked, and I don't want to use the term normal, but you looked fucking like, you know, a statistically normal person in terms of your attire and hair and all that crap. And then at some point you saw somebody else who looked like a fucking wow with the whoopoo. And I'm talking about the extreme, you whoop-pow, you know, with the fucking hair and the jinglies. And you saw that person and you said to yourself, I too will do that to myself one day. And I'm going to begin the process now. And then you start stretching the ears and you bring your mohawk and then you do that. And I don't know. I don't care, man. Like I've modeled myself. I did that last week. I was talking about that. I look like, maybe I wasn't, but I ripped off Jimmy Page in high school. I wanted to look just like him with the bangs, the curliness and the bangs. I love that. So there's nothing wrong with that. But I just feel like it's when people who do that, they feel like they're like, don't look at me, or like, don't judge me or whatever. And it's just like, well, like, we are going to judge you, man. Like, you, you want to be judged. You can't expect, you know, like there's certain amount, like jobs that you've completely disqualified yourself for. Like, you can't walk into a place like totally just crusted up and expect like a job anywhere. And then that's the other part of it, is that you're like, like, I don't know, just the fight for like I just like seeing them have to participate in normal stuff in society, because you're like working so hard to like not aesthetically participate in society, and then you have to like go to the bank, or like, you know, like go on a Zoom, like go on some kind of Zoom call with your loved ones, or like, you know, or like just like doing regular stuff, like just having to like, you know, if you break your arm, you gotta go like make a doctor's appointment. Like there's just like regular stuff like that the Dark Lord like Zanyu has to do. Anyways, how was my week? How was my week? I realized last week that the podcast. Oh fuck! I just kicked the camera. I realized that the podcast didn't have the piano. Oh, did I not do it again? Oh no. Okay, whatever. Fuck it. I didn't have the piano turned up last week, so whatever. This week, who cares? How was my week, man? My week was pretty good. What do we got here? We got, I've been doing my shoulder rehab, bro. I popped it out again a couple weeks ago, and I've just been like kind of working away, like doing my little fucking up and down physio, straight forward, like back side rotations, and I'm starting to feel good again, which is a great sign that I'll probably pop it out real quick because I'm going to do the same problem and get overconfident and fuck that shit up again. Also, there's rumblings of stand-up comedy coming back, bro. Like it's brewing, man. It's like, there's Alberta is like tentatively like March maybe is like kind of opening up. They're kind of going into phases. So I don't know. I was able to do comedy, like a big run of it last summer in Edmonton and in New Westminster in BC. So I don't know. Maybe things might happen again here. So I don't know. We'll see if I can go out west and rip some shows, man. I've started thinking about it again. I feel like I wasn't for the last like months, man. Pretty much since September, I haven't really been thinking about stand up or about comedy or anything. And then Bill Burr talked about it on his podcast, and it was the same sentiment I was feeling, where he's just like, I used to wonder. He said this. He goes, I used to wonder how people quit stand up, and then now I know how. And I had the same thing where it's just like, I'm gonna do stand up forever. Like this is who I am. Like this is the reason I was born. Like this is my purpose. And I was like Act 2 Joe from Soul, man. And for the longest time, I was like stuck in my Act 2 Joe from Soul ways, where I was like, this is my purpose. My spark is comedy. Like this is what I'm put on earth for. This is what I have to do, or else my life won't be, fulfill. It won't be fulfilled. And then there was a line in that movie where he finally, spoiler alert, he finally achieves what he wants to achieve, and it necessarily didn't feel the way that he wanted to feel. And then the person that he's with is like, he's just like, she starts telling a story. She's just like an old fish and a young fish. And then she's like, the young fish goes to the old fish and he's just like, where's the ocean? I want to go to the ocean. And the old fish is just like, you were in the ocean. And the young fish was like, nah, man, this is water. I want the ocean. And it's like, you're in the ocean, man. You already achieved it. I don't know. The thing that I got from that was just like, it's like, yeah, man, I used to try to talk about this theme all the time, but those like mountain climbers, man, all you get is the climb. If you don't make it to the top, is that enough? And so I was Act 2 Joe for the longest time. And then I gave up on stand-up. Not gave up, but stand-up kind of gave up on me, it was gone. So what am I going to do? And then I focused on this school and this radio career and all this stuff and the podcast and everything. And then it's just been like, it's this like dormant thing that it's like, now I'm like Act 3 Joe. Like, yeah, I'm a musician. Like, yeah, I'm a comedian and a musician, but I mean like I'm a comedian. And like, this is definitely who I am, and it's my spark, but it's not my purpose. What is a purpose? What is the meaning of life, man? What is happiness? What does it mean to even what does it mean to even be happy? Is it a play? How come it's always over the next hill? How come it can't be right here, right now? What's stopping you from just absolutely feeling it? Or do you apply a Keynesian theory and try to level the highs and mitigate the lows? And realize that, yeah, life's going to be good sometimes and bad sometimes, but it's a blessing to have it. And I'm just going to kind of just whatever about it. And then are you tuning yourself out from really feeling the feelings, right? And then it's like, how hard do you want to go? Because you could go way up there, but then the way down low sucks too. But then you don't want to be the guy who goes way up and then doesn't prevent himself from going down, because then you have an ego problem, right? And then the inverse is true. If you don't prevent yourself from going down up and you only go down, then you have like a depression fucking problem. And but then if the swings are too high, then you're fucking bipolar. But then if you're Keynesian, then you're just fucking chilling, right? If you're John Maynard Keynes, then you just fucking chill. So you got to find that balance of the waves, man. It's all fucking waves, dude. Sound, music, the ocean, it's all fucking waves, dude. I can see the waves, man. I'm riding the galactic surfboard, dude. I'm riding the galactic surfboard into the universe's butthole. And it smells amazing. Okay. Now's a good time to thank everybody who pays for the show. First of all, the motherfucking Patreons, the Break Even Boys, the motherfucking Drew crew, Anthony, Patrick, Nick, Mac, Taryn, Blair, Bryce, Bubba, Marnus, Mike D, Joel, and in the motherfucking Hall of Fame, Colette and Andre. Also, shout out to my best friend, motherfucking Mink Jones, who just made me the most amazing. Oh my God, man. I like, he made me this, it's like a pasta bread board, and it's like a big piece of wood with like lips around it, and he did it so nice, man. Like, it's so fucking nice. It's smooth, and it's like exactly, it's got the lip, and there's like a little beveled edge, and it goes down and it tapers down, and it's like, man. And then he fucking mailed it to me, surprised me with it. Like, I love you, Mink. You're the shit, bro. And also, shout out to our sponsor, kingtutscannabis.com. I just dropped a promo on my Instagram. So we're doing a promo with them. We're giving away a bunch of fucking extracts, like 30 grams worth of extracts. So go to my Instagram, follow them, follow me, and tag a friend in the fucking post, and then you'll be entered to win. So far, we only have like 3 entries. So it's like everybody who enters is going to win so far. So if you're listening to this, enter and you will win. So just go to go to kingtutscannabis.com, use the promo code Drew, get 10% off your order, and if it's your first time, you get an extra 15% for being a first time, because we motherfucker drug dealers up in this bitch. Okay. What do we got? King Tuts Cannabis, smoke like an Egyptian. Boom, 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 doom. Okay, last thing we want to do is, I got a fucking busy day today. I'm recording this podcast, and then I got like 3 commercials I have to record, and then I got to produce another 3 commercials on top of that. So I'm going to be like doing this I'm going to be this guy, which is nice. I'm not dreading it, actually. Like it feels like good work, man. I kind of want to, initially when I got into this radio program, I felt like I wanted to be like an on-air announcer guy, you know? But the more that I do this, I feel like the writing and recording, and it's an intensely creative process as well. And it's very creatively satisfying for me. And I can still get my yayas on the mic doing stand-up and doing this. And, you know, and then I think it's a little bit more job stable. Because you're like the guy, you're like the production guy. And then also you can get into directing. You direct the commercials, you write them, you produce them, you direct them. You're kind of like that behind the scenes producer guy, man. And I've kind of felt like, yo, if I could be like a DJ Khaled sort of type, like that would be sick. For Canadian Tire commercials. I'm the fucking DJ Khaled of Canadian Tire commercials. I had to write an anti-bullying commercial. You guys want to hear that? I bet you want to hear that. Okay, I could probably remember it. I was thinking our thing was to write a PSA for anti-bullying, and I was looking for inspiration on YouTube. And you know how they're always like every bullying commercial is just like kids. It's like kids bullying each other. And I was like, man, I don't want to do the same old like kids like you're stupid, like bullying, like you can help, like, or just like, you know, like it takes everyone, or be brave, or like those stereotypical bullying campaigns. And then I was thinking, I'm like, they're always kids. Like, why? And then I was like, what's the opposite of kids? Like old people. And then instantly I was like, man, what if like old people were bullying each other? And then I laughed because I thought about like, I just thought about like 2 old guys like coming up on another old guy being like, and then I wrote a bunch of old guy jokes. So then in the commercial, it's like 2 old guys making fun of another one. And they're like, nice cane, loser. Where'd you buy it? The toothpick factory? And one was like, and your hearing aid makes you look like a freak. Like, Houston, come in, Houston. And they're like laughing at him. And then the old lady's coming. He's like, oh, and your breath stinks. And one of them is like, oh, he probably rinses his dentures in the toilet. And there's all these like old people bullying each other. And then some serious announcer comes in and it's like, bullying. It sounds just as ridiculous coming out of their mouths as it does yours. Go to antibullying.ca for fucking bullying. Blah, 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 blah. And Maybe like, yeah, just something like that. So that's my anti-bullying PSA of old people bullying each other. Because I just was like, I don't want to, I just think it would be funny to have old people. And then writing, it was really fun to write old people jokes. And that's when I started thinking about stand-up again. Because I'm like, oh, I'm like writing jokes. Like I used to do this. It's like Obi-Wan Kenobi. Like that is a name I haven't heard in many years. You know, like this is a skill I haven't used in many months. Okay, so anyways, I'm going to shut this down because I got to edit this and my camera's flashing red. And thank you. So thank you for listening to the show. Motherfucking Drew Crew, Patreon, John Gray, guys, Joel, Mike, motherfucking Joel, Mike D, Marnus, Bubba, Brace, Blair, Taryn, Nick Mac, Patrick, Anthony, and Mike D and Joel, and Colin, Andre, and King Tut's Cannabis. And you guys for motherfucking listening. Oh, and Patreon's in Canadian dollars now. So if you've been thinking about it, you want to get on the list, help the show out, chip in, man. Pass the hat around. It's $5 a month, bro. It's like, so it's only $5 a month now. Which it used to be like almost double that, like 8 because it was American, but now it's like literally only $5. And I'm only going to keep it in Canadian. So fucking A. All right. That's my pitch. That's my call to action. Go to the Patreon. Okay.